One. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. We're back with the fourth episode of Triangle Agency uh, for this series, The Calling of Echo. If you haven't been here before, hi, my name is Mallorie. I happen to own and operate the place, and I'm finally back from Gen Con. So we can come back this week. We were off last week due to my travel because I had to go down there on Wednesday. So I couldn't be here. So now we're back. We are one player down. RJ is not feeling well, but we'll be back next week. So all is good. And in the meantime, don't worry about it. I know where Isaac is, and that's all that matters. He'll have to deal with the consequences of that next episode, and that's fine. But in the meantime, I do not tell this story alone. So before I get into the tiny recap of where we've been so far, Jake goes first this week.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jake. I run another channel called Alt Haven, where we have started our first session of Quake. Definitely not a ripoff of Tremors. Absolutely not a ripoff of Tremors, one of the best Kevin Bacon movies that exists. Yes, that includes Footloose. And you can find me on social media. Oh, I'm supposed to say who I play. I play Mac, the very normal, definitely read his handbook IT person who absolutely was smart and brought the gun and briefcase that he was supposed to have because he absolutely read the handbook and knows that he's actually a part of a bigger organization, that he's not just an IT person at a convenience store. Okay, I think Mac's relationship is very strong. I'm gonna go with Abby.
Oh my goodness gracious. Yep, I'm Abby. I'm your local dinner nerd, but tonight I'm going to be Norma Santoro, manager of the East Branch of Echo Stores. I really wasn't ready for all this responsibility. I gotta be honest with you. I thought I was just gonna be a manager. What do you mean? I'm gonna be on the field. I have hot flashes. I'm postmenopausal. Let's see how this goes as our gravedigger. Who knows what leads I'll have to cover, and I'm gonna throw it over to last but certainly not least. What was his name? David? Delilah?
It's Deacon. My name's Deacon.
Okay, Davidito.
My name's Deacon Stiller. I'm played by Zachary Vaudo. You can find me all over the internet at SneakerNet or SneakerNet Music. I am apparently a field agent now. I thought I was a customer service intern, but now apparently I'm a field agent. It's exciting. Yay.
And I'm sure they'll all be so fine. I wouldn't worry anything about what's going to happen tonight. I'm Mallorie. I am the GM or the general manager of this table. So I play everyone and everything else. And tonight that will also include telling you all what Isaac's fate is for him to come back to next week. So what we've come up with so far is that these four, including Isaac, work at a place called Echo. It's sort of a department store. Think of an Omega Mart or a Cloud9, something like that, where the Triangle Agency itself has been siphoning memories from both employees and customers alike, to then take those, create products, ship those products back to the store, and that's what they sell on the shelves. And they may cause like a little bit of a dependency sort of situation, so people will come back, get more stuff, sacrifice more memories. It's a fun loop, but you got to fund the Triangle Agency somehow, so don't worry about it too much, okay? As they come in for another day of work, we realize that there's something called a memory bank hidden in this store, and the memory bank is where all of those memories are stored, and it has a clog. It's not allowing the memories to get to the factory, which is making the machine overheat. Everything is certainly fine, but they do have to call a code black as things start to go a little wonky. Shadows are ripped away from their body and things, so they evacuate the store. And these four go into what is called the echo chambers. They navigate their way through and help out a prom queen on a night where she's very upset, a young boy who's been left alone at a tree to swing, and an older woman who is like early in the time of losing her memory. And the mannequin sort of situations that come out of her walls, they are able to capture all of these anomalies and take them on through to the main headquarters, where someone was nice enough to explain to them what is going on, give some repairs to those that need it. And our crew also learned that Isaac is basically an anomaly himself, on the smaller side, a special AI that's been made by the company.
General Manager, you just can't say that. You're supposed to say autistic or special needs.
And that he's not the only one. There are large groups of employees that are made this way, including Harper, who is the hologram from the store that can come out of the hologram to talk to you and help you with things. Reagan, who came in as your medical personnel. And they mention that there are others as well that you have not met anymore than that. And that you all have been now ushered down into the pipe room, which looks very much like the old school screensaver of the pipes that go all over the place and tangle themselves in each other, and they seemingly never end. That's what this place sort of looks like. As far up as you can see, you'd bet several stories worth of pipes, and it also goes straight down as far as you can see. You're on a like metal catwalk sort of situation, and they kind of even go down deeper into the ground. If you look over the railing that you're on, the elevator shuts behind you after you all exit, and you all are faced with one singular person. She's shorter, probably like 4'11 ish, slightly curvy, blonde hair that comes down past her shoulders. It's curly, big green eyes. And she has on like a short sleeve button up with a vest over it and a pencil skirt. And what would be heels, but they've been like made into a wedge, almost like a piece has been added to the bottom of it so her heel doesn't go through the grate on the thing, on the sort of catwalk you all are standing on.
That's fancy.
Immediately threatened by this woman, so standing, a little extra straight. Just because she's the manager of this establishment or whatever this place is doesn't mean that I'm not a manager still.
Thank you for the example of the screensaver in chat, Jake. That is exactly the
You're
one
welcome.
I was describing. Thank you so much.
Yep.
If you want some background ambiance, go turn on the pipe screensaver that Jake has put in. He doesn't say anything. She has her hands folded sort of in front of her, just like down, and kind of looks between each of the three of you. You realize Isaac is gone.
Isaac? What? Ma'am, excuse me, but we're missing someone. Can we go back to the meeting room and grab Isaac real quick?
Did he just change into a different version of himself? Is he an ant version of himself?
Well, be careful while you step then. Oh my god.
She sort of like, as you two are looking around, finally settles on Deacon. Hello.
Hi.
How can I help you today?
We were supposed to investigate and he just like nervously looks over at the other two, like a big like help look in his eyes.
I'm looking for ant version.
He's about yay high, multiple versions of himself. He came with us. We were a group of 4, you see.
Oh, you're speaking of Isaac.
Yes, Isaac.
Isaac is in the pipes. He'll be fine.
What do you mean in the pipes?
Oh, this would make more sense if I introduced myself. Hello, I am Marie. I am Isaac's partner, and I am the keeper of the pipe room.
Isaac's married?
Like partner, like married partner, or married or partner like
cowboys,
significant other, or partner like like rootin' tootin'.
The second one, I think.
Rootin' tootin'.
Cowboys.
All right.
No, not the Cowboys one. Back up. You said married and then significant other and then
Yes.
Cowboys, the
Oh,
middle.
oh, 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 okay.
Yes. Isaac and I cannot, or rather have not, married, as it is not a part of either of our protocols, but it is technically something we could do.
I lean over to the other two and I go, I'm starting to think that Isaac isn't human.
You think?
I don't know if that's politically correct to imply, but I'm just gonna. I think this is the polyamorous thing that people are doing nowadays. Like instead of instead of boyfriend girlfriend, it's partners and comrades.
So, sorry, how does your connection to Isaac make it easier to understand that he's in the pipes?
Oh, because of my tie to this space, as in I am the keeper of the pipe room, I maintain all of its assets and make sure that everything is running smoothly. Isaac has a certain clearance level that most do not. No one else, exactly, besides him and I.
And his clearance level lets him go inside of pipes?
Yes, I don't believe he meant to. I think this one was an accident, but that's all right. He'll come back out eventually.
Can I ask you a question about these pipes?
Sure.
Are these no? This is in character.
Oh, okay, cool.
Are these pipes like water or air pipes, or are they like got tons of wires in them?
Depends on the pipe. The blue ones have wires that transfer information in binary patterns that essentially are giving way from the memory bank to each and every store. The brown ones have water, the white ones have air, the green ones have a mix of water and air that most humans would refer to as steam. There are also a few other types of pipes around, some that transport memories, some that transport material, some that transport uh, significant needs to stores, we'll say.
What color pipe is he in?
Oh, good question. More than likely, he is in a blue pipe, but he could also be in a purple or a teal pipe.
So what let's walk and talk. We were going to go to the pipe room. So what exactly does one have to do to get the security levels to enter these pipes? Do they have to be, let's say, a general manager of an esteemed establishment for about, give or take, a decade?
Oh, no, to enter pipes, you must be in a form that can enter a pipe. Normally, this is not for a human to do and more for an alternative type of species to do, if you will. Certain androids or robots, different binary coded creatures can usually do it. Humans prove to be too big, we'll say.
Oh, I see. So you have to be non-binary. Okay. Look, I have a hard time with the pronouns, but I try my best. It's the least I could do. You know, I defer to you in this regard.
Yes, Deacon?
Which one of those things is Isaac that you mentioned?
Isaac is a complicated creature.
That makes sense and also doesn't quite answer the question, but also does. So if we are not supposed to go into the pipes, how do we help here with what's going on with the pipes?
Oh, you all are from the store that called the code black. That means that you all need to take care of the clogged space that is down below. I'm sure Isaac just went through the transport pipes to meet you down there more quickly. You can follow me. And she will turn around and take you all down the catwalk. The click of heels on metal, the only sort of sound besides like maybe every once in a while you catch like rushing air or running water. But mostly this space is very silent. If you all would like, you can go down these stairs here. At the bottom, you will see an injection rig. I recommend that you use it.
Oh, I didn't
Injecting
realize we
what?
needed vaccinations.
Oh, it is not exactly a vaccination, but I suppose if it helps you to think of it that way, that's fine.
So we are supposed to use an injection rig to clear the clog of the pipe. Is that how it works?
It's more so to give you some skills to help. And she leads you down the stairs, and you all see there's these three things that look almost like water coolers. They're a little taller, but there is a large sort of bottle on the top that is flipped over in all three. There's a pipe that is running into the back of each of them. It looks to be a teal pipe, if that's helpful at all. And instead of where the like hot water and cold water spigots would be, there's like a place for you to put your arm in.
So we in the
You can just roll up your sleeve and then put in your arm. It should go up to about your elbow. You'll feel a slight pinch, and then you wait about 5 seconds and it will be done.
Oh man, I haven't done this since my honeymoon. All right, here goes. Have no need. I will make sure that this follows OSHA standards, and I'm going to stick my arm in.
Mac is just confused of what she was doing on her honeymoon, getting stuck with a needle.
getting vaccinated, duh.
You ever been to the Folsom Street Fair?
All right,
Okay,
so Norma, you're going first.
Indeed.
Give me a number, 1, 2, or 3.
Oh, let's go 2. Let's go 2.
You want 2? Okay, cool. How about the other 2 of you before I reveal what these numbers mean?
Would you pick 2?
Get 1 or 3. No
Yeah.
doubles.
Do you have a preference? I'll go with 3 then.
Okay.
I'll go with 1 as Deacon rolls up his sleeve and thinking the entire time as to whether or not this is going to have to involve an insurance claim or not. Puts his arm in. He can't really afford that right now. He doesn't have good coverage.
All right. If you will wait there for just a moment, and you all feel sort of at the same time a like just slight pinch, sort of in the middle of your arm, right below your elbow, and you all see very quickly that the liquid in the bottle that is tipped upside down drains, and you feel this like rush of energy go through you. You all have each gained the following. Zach, you now have an additional ability for this session only called Your Best Self. An alternate version of, on a success, sorry, an alternate version of you is inside. They have one particular skill that is useful to your current situation. They return to their own reality within the hour.
Yes, I remember this one.
Mm-hmm. On Transcendence, you gain an additional alternate self. And on a failure, the alternate version of you is evil from your perspective. They are committed to getting in your way until dealt with. They return to their own reality voluntarily only when satisfied with their changes to yours. And your trigger for this will be to roll duplicity.
Got it. I'm just looking it up in the book.
Yep. Abby, you have gained You Might Also Like for this episode only. You can hold any object and roll dynamism. And or on a success, the object changes to a similar but different version of the object, and on every third 3, you may duplicate the object with an additional variant. If you fail, I'll let you know what happens. And Jake, you gain for this episode only, what's that over there? You may say the phrase, what's that over there, and roll attentive. On a success, object can be anything that fits unobtrusively in the room. It can only feature details or information that you would already know. For every 3 above 1, you may add another object, and I will let you know what happens on a failure.
Okay.
You all would at least be able to slightly tell, once she has explained all of these to you, that these are things that you have seen Issac do.
Does that mean Isaac's in us right now?
I do fear Issac is inside of each and every one of you, yes.
Well, that's what a team should be. Family carries each other no matter where we go.
Nope. There's a Jake joke there and not a Mac joke. I'm not.
But I am begging you to put the Jake joke in the group chat, please. Thank you. So, now that you all know that, she will help each of you as you take your arm out. She puts a small bandage on there with the Echo logo on it over and over and over again, so it doesn't bleed.
Ooh, branding, very nice.
If you need any further medical assistance than this, we can call Reagan down from upstairs. But this is simple, and it is what I have been trained on, specifically for Issac. This is the only time we have ever had to use it.
So Isaac's been here before? Is that what I'm hearing?
Technically, yes, Issac has been here with me, but not with a team of field agents like you all.
Oh, I see. We're double dipping on out. We're gonna have a discussion when he's out of the pipes or whatever. So, is Reagan? We're going down to the pipe room. Reagan's gonna tell us what we have to do down there.
Oh, I'll tell you what you have to do down there. Come with me. As she finishes putting on the bandages and then takes you down another 3 flights of stairs that are all sort of curved within each other. The more you try to look around, the dizzier it gets because it's just nonsensical pipes running everywhere. There's not a rhyme or reason sort of to how they work. You're seeing more of those alternative colors of pipes, like the purples and the teals, the further down you get. As she leads you down and down and down to this larger platform that has big tanks on it of every color. It seems like this is probably where everything originates, and then it goes up from here.
Have these tanks been checked? Is there do we have protocols, quality checks? What's in them? Is it molasses or?
Is it molasses?
Yeah, the last time, it was in Boston with my husband, ex-husband, let me be clear. There was this whole tank that was full of molasses, ended up splitting and killing at least 30 people and countless horses.
Oh, well, interesting. I don't know anything about molasses in pipes, although I do have a working knowledge of it as a substance. No, these tanks are all full of different things. They have not been checked in a while because things like this do not often happen, especially not in stores. But we're here to check them now. So if you would like, all you have to do is pick a tank, look through the viewing window, and make sure all is well inside.
Do we get a baseline, a book to, look at the tanks with? I've never done this before. It was not a part of my preview as a manager.
Oh, it is pretty obvious when you look at them what is correct or incorrect. But if you need an example, the easiest tank will be the white tank because it holds air.
Okay, so we're looking for nothing. But, I'll start with that. And I'm going to just click over to the white tank and hear it.
So each one of these tanks is very large. Like the platform in front of you is not football field sized, but like high school football field sized, and it down every like 15 to 20 feet maybe there is another tank. It is very large, kind of pill shaped, and lays horizontally with a bunch of different pipes coming out of the back and the sides and the top. The front though has a series of gauges on it, with sort of the dials that go in whatever particular place. There's sort of a highlighted area on each one, and then there's a small window that is also kind of an oval, on top of it, and above this oval window, where in this particular tank you do see nothing. It's two small black holes that kind of remind you of if you go to the eye doctor and they ask you to look at the thing and eventually you see the windmill in the back. Like it's that sort of thing for you to look into right above the window.
It's gonna be really gross, but like I cannot remember the name of the school, but they would put a window in a cow so they could look at how it digested things, and that is the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah, let's go with that. That feels correct.
Just peering into the air. I completely. It's not a tube. It's a vessel. The air vessel. What does it look like through the window?
As you look through the window, you see kites flying.
Oh, so it looks like we have some particulates in here. Are kites a normal part of this containment?
Oh, yes. These tanks, as well as the element that they move, also hold a memory to keep them going, normally related to whatever they move. Kites fly by air. Kites are the memory that holds the tank together.
Oh, I see. So that's why we were going to get a shipment of kids' toys. All right, this looks all good. Boys, why don't you take it? I'll supervise.
Okay.
So we're just looking at other tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I'll look at the molasses one because I don't know. It makes me think of the molasses flood of 1919 in Boston.
Why are you thinking about that?
I was also thinking about it. Just these tanks. All it takes is a little degradation, and next thing you know, countless horses and people are dead.
11 dead, 50 hurt.
Why do you know that?
I swear I had my honeymoon, sweetheart.
No way. I've always wanted to go.
Well, I'll tell you what, once we figure out what's going on with these tubes, maybe you can show me your way around a molasses container.
I will save that Jake joke for myself.
We have a group chat for a reason.
Matt gets a little red in the face, and then he walks over to the other tank, and looks in and tries to see what he can see.
Which color tank do you go to?
Which was it? Purple?
Yeah, purple's one.
Yeah.
I'll say that as you look into the purple tank, it's got the same shape, the same pipes and everything. Inside the window, you see this like black swirling substance. It looks almost liquid, but almost not liquid. Whatever might be inside of it. Are you looking through the binocular
porthole
situation? Yeah, that we'll go with that. If you,
I mean, I think it's funnier if there's just like binoculars attached to the side that you.
I also think that's funnier. So that's what it is.
Yeah, like when you're going to like the zoo and they have like the little binoculars so you can see the animals across. Yeah,
I put my eye up against it, and then I go, God damn it! And I reach in my pocket and I put a quarter into it, and then
you do that, and you, instead of seeing how there were kites on the last one for Norma, you're seeing like a ship rolling on the ocean, and just some sort of creature, will say, grabbing at the ship trying to pull it under.
correct me if I'm wrong. The kite one seemed pleasant. Like there wasn't anything weird with it.
That's fair.
I'm gonna be like, hey, hold on. And I reach my pocket and I put another quarter in. So this feels not normal. Like something's trying to grab at the ship that's in this one.
Who are you asking to look at it?
I'm talking to the group. Like I'm just saying it out loud to the group. Oh, you're muted.
You're muted.
I'll just look to our companion, like our who seems to know how the pipes actually works. Like, is there supposed to be a thing in the?
Not all memories are good, but not all memories are bad. And she'll look over and just kind of bend down and look at it, tilt her head to the side for a second, and she goes, "Oh, I remember what purple carries now. It is just cosmic entity bullshit, as Isaac would say. Yes, no, this is fine."
Oh, it's like it's like awful in a slaughterhouse, the awful room. Not like awful as in awful as in dried bits of meat, like the snout, the ears. So it's interdimensional awful?
Sure, that sounds right.
Because we want to use appropriate language, because we are still at work, everyone.
The stuff that they make Slim Jims out of. Okay, all right.
Right.
So are they supposed to... your name. What am I calling you?
Oh, sorry, I'm Marie.
Marie. Oh, that's a lovely name. Marie. So are they supposed to be trying to claw their way out?
Oh, this particular kind, this is just sort of what it does. I wouldn't concern yourself with it. If something breaks out, we'll be concerned. But until then, we're fine.
You know what? Not my line of work.
Okay.
Dandy, sweetheart, why don't you go to the last one there?
Okay. And just go look at the go to the tube, go look through the little Viewmaster attached to it.
The last one that you approach is the teal tank, which is in theory where Isaac was until he was injected into all of you. In this one, you see a bunch of wires and things that have sort of like crisscrossed into each other. And then in the viewfinder itself, you're seeing like sparks and explosions.
There's really bad cable management in here and short-circuiting wires, I think. Sparks.
Oh, that doesn't sound right. And she'll come over and kind of like, she just puts her hand on the tank. She doesn't actually need to look in the viewfinder. No, this is incorrect. This must be where your problem is.
Okay. Do we have to go into the tank to fix the problem, or?
More like we'll have to get something out. And she reaches kind of back in between a couple of these different tanks that are in it, and she pulls out a giant sledgehammer and just hands it to Deacon.
What am I hitting? The tank?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. To break it, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You look at the tank. They kind of like shuffle away from the viewfinder part and just sort of take a swing.
What part are you trying to connect with? The pipes like coming out of the tank or the tank itself?
She was non-specific, so I guess I'm going for like sort of the seam on the tank.
Cool. As you swing to do that, where are the other two of you right now?
I'm over by my tube. I don't know how far away that is.
I'm standing by Marie. I'd say probably, about a yard, an arm's length or two.
Okay. Then I'm gonna say that as you swing this, Deacon, you make contact And it does the little thing like the sound of air coming out of a balloon, like something pops. And as you look around, it's kind of where that seam is on the tank where you hit, but then that popping gets louder as it sets off like a domino effect in this tank, and it starts to pop all the way up along the seam, and then every pipe starts to separate from the tank.
Ooh.
Is that good?
Oh, maybe.
I thought you worked here.
I do, but I've never seen someone swing so hard. And then you watch as each pipe separates itself, and then not only that, but the pipes down the line sort of start to separate themselves. It's almost like the pressure is too much because it's now releasing from one tank, so it's all rushing into everything else that's connected. As each tank starts to like pop at the seam just a little bit, and some of these aren't that bad. Like water starts to leak out of one, some wires like come out of the side of one, but they all seem pretty intact. This seems pretty worse for wear. And then we watch the camera follows all the tanks all the way down until we get to Mac's tank of the cosmic entity bullshit. And Mac, as you still have your eyes kind of on the viewfinder, you hear small pop and the release of air beside you just for a quick second before it's then like the sound of sludge coming out.
I immediately step back like, oh,
Oh
my god, I'm gonna file so many reports about this. What did you do?
I hit the tank like Marie told me to hit the tank, and I hit the tank, and
there's a creature coming out of there.
Do we know how to fix the pipes? Do we know, Miss Marie?
Okay, I think I got masking tape in my purse. Give me just a second.
We need to fix the. We need to fix. I actually want to roll duplicity right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Please do.
Oh my god, perfect. I got Triscendence.
Perfect. And I assume that you're using your best self.
I am. Deacon is unwittingly panic dividing and creating the version of him that's a plumber.
Well, you get two actually if you'd like to name a second, because you get
it says on 6 or more, on 6 or more threes, which doesn't make sense, but
oh, I've got it's written differently in RJ's book. Okay, never mind. So we'll go with the one then of your plumber. Lovely.
Yeah. I went with the book, like the PDF book that you dropped in for us. It said on 6 or more threes, but that could be a typo.
That it possibly could be.
What does it say in yours?
In mine it says on Triscendence.
Oh, then if you want to go with that, I certainly can. I could.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I would love to do that. I would love to do 2 different plumbers.
Wonderful.
I would love to do 2 different plumbers.
I think I know where you're going with it, but please continue.
You do. You already do. Yes. It's a version of Deacon that is shorter and a version of Deacon that is taller. A version of Deacon that is wearing suspenders and a version of Deacon that's wearing a green tie. And they each have name tags that say Dario and Luigi. Who immediately like just step out from behind and just go like, "Ay, mamma mia, we need to fix the pipes," and just to rush off to start, just rush out from Deacon to start fixing the pipes. Deacon does not know what just happened.
Amazing.
As an Italian American, I should be deeply offended, and yet I can feel something stirring in my chest seeing Daria. Oh my.
And you all do see Deacon shaking like a leaf, and literally just like reality ripping him apart, to where we now have 2 plumbers. They each rush off to fix pipes. They seem to start at the simpler ones, we'll say, like the air, the water, ones that are easily manageable and fixable. What you all are now staring at is that as fast as these little two guys are working, and amazing as they are, the sort of sparks and electricity tank situation in teal and the cosmic horror entity in purple are not as easily fixable as those sparks are still shooting all over the place, and that this sludge is still coming out, and it is going through Mac slowly, but it's gonna get there.
Of course.
Hey, you know what could make this better? More plumbers. I am going to use overclock. So when you and your ally rolls an anomaly ability other than this one, seeing the result, you can roll initiative. You send them back to overlap their own effort, allowing them to use the ability a second time with the same roll. So let's see.
So
With my-
yeah, please roll, and then I'll happily
roll.
describe these ones for you.
And I do have some competency bonuses, so I'm going to grab those as well.
Please feel free. Absolutely.
2 3s, and I'm going to use one of those quality assurances to give 3 3s. So not triscendence, but
Yeah.
no mess.
Okay.
Still, no mess.
Two more plumbers appear from him. They look slightly more disgruntled, but they will still do the work. One is even shorter and more wide, wearing yellow suspenders. One is even taller, wearing a purple tie, and they are Barrio and Waduigi as they go to. They look around and just go and go fix the tank that Mac is currently looking at.
Yeah, it looks like, when you, God, this is going to be so rough. Not that I've ever done it. When you rewind a tape, that's what the effect looks like. Deacon having his little panic attack and then rewinding, and then these two just come out of nowhere. Oh, you're right, girl. That was a good choice. I love watching a bunch of hard men at work.
Not Abby being like, not that I've ever rewound a tape, making the rest of us feel very old. That's fine. Okay, so now we have 4 plumbers running around
Yes.
this mess. They are fixing things very quickly. Our 2 disgruntled boys are maybe working a little slower, but it's fine. They're still doing the job. They're just a little grumpy about it. Don't worry. As the 4 of them run around, Marie is just kind of looking back and forth between all of them, trying to figure out what they are doing exactly and what, should she be concerned that her one and only job is being taken over by these 4 maybe humans, maybe not humans. She can't quite figure that part out yet.
Are they union? Who knows?
Are they union? Do we need to worry about break times and meal times for them? Who knows? We'll see.
They're on the clock for 1 hour.
They are. They're on the clock for 1 hour while you all try to get this fixed. And they still leave the purple tank alone, but I will say one of them will come over and at least start to try to repair teal, even though it seems like it's a lot going on, because it's still, sparks are still flying out of pipes. Small explosions might happen eventually, but for right now, all is sort of well, minus the cosmic entity that has escaped the tank.
Yeah, I'm going to deal with that cosmic entity, just like when I was, putting the shadows back in their crates, I've never had to call a code black before, but now I'm experienced. So I'm just going to chase after that entity with my suitcase, Pac-Man style. And I'm not, let me see, what could I roll for this? Do you think we could count this as a persistence roll?
I will say that as long as I get you to describe at least 4 laps around this football field size thing as you Pac-Man your
absolutely.
Then I'll call it persistence.
Her makeup is running. It's like when you're trying to get your cat to go in a crate. She's like, oh, this is just like with Belphegor. Sweetie, come on, come on. I got treats in here. Come on. And I'm going to roll. That's 1 3.
1-3. 1-3 is enough. That is technically a success.
That's a lot of chaos for you, though.
Oh, it's so much chaos for me. It's an additional 5. Thank you for noticing. As you go around, you're like just literally baby sharking almost your briefcase, trying to run around and get this thing, but it is fairly quick. It started off very slow going after Mac, but then the minute that you seem to approach it with something that it recognizes is not freedom anymore, it's going to start like zipping around. It'll cling to the underside of the catwalk that you're on, 'cause it's just like viscous liquid. It can kind of do whatever it wants, and starts to crawl its way around, whatever it takes. But after a long while of it like dodging around plumbers that it thinks have no business being here because it's never seen them before, it like just as it's about to touch Mac or it's about to touch Deacon, you manage to get a little too close and it runs away again. I'm going to say that along with you getting it, because it will like finally be captured, that I'm also going to do I'm going to do expand. So I will spend 6 points of my own chaos that I have earned in order to grow the domain of the anomaly, bringing another location under its power. The size of this change varies based on the anomaly's focus. I'm going to say that as you capture this bit of goop, another sort of strand of it escapes itself back into its tank, shoots up through the broken pipes, and is going to expand to take over more of the pipe room. So as long as nothing breaks in another tank, hopefully this is the only thing you'll have to contend with going forward. Probably.
Oh, god damn it. Just as she, I imagine it's like its little like gooey limbs are like sticking out. She snaps it and then like looks up, sees this horrible expansion. Just god damn it.
Yeah. Thinking of it much like the little thing that crawls around in the video game Prey, if you've ever played that one. It's just like a black ball with spider legs.
So I just dropped this in the group chat, but Abby will probably remember this game called Carrion. That's
exactly what I was thinking about. Just it's all its little hands just grabbing. Oh,
yes, that is exactly it. As it crawls its way through the very broken pipes, the bits and pieces that are left. But the good news is that you've fixed it down here. As the entity crawls its way back into the purple pipe system, Barrio will come over and will start to repair this pipe system itself. So if it comes back down, it'll go straight into the tank and it'll be stuck.
Derek, that just cost us a holiday bonus. Now we have to go down there deep, and you realize that I'm going to get hot flashes. There is no air conditioning in here.
I did what Marie told me to do.
Why can't you be like these strong, handsome young men? But look, it's okay. I'm your manager. We'll make it work.
And as they finish fixing up all the pipes, they come over. They come over and they just go. All right, so we got the pipes. I'll put back together. They're going to be. We're going to be sending a bill to your accounts payable, and you'll be hearing. If you have any other issues, you just give us a call, and we'll be coming right back.
Amazing.
They wave goodbye, and they step into another pipe that is just sticking out from like one of the catwalks and just gone.
And as her plumber friends disappear, Marie kind of like looks to the side, like does the whole lean thing as far as she can to watch them go away. Interesting technology.
It kind of reminds me of what Issac used to do. Oh, I wish Isaac was here. she would know exactly what to say about this situation. But Marie, are we gonna have to go downstairs and kill the thing? Can't we call? Like, isn't there a pest control line that we can call?
Technically, we will have to go upstairs, probably fairly far up, but there is an additional elevator if we need it. There will be. It will probably be an okay fight, but if we need backup, I am happy to call upstairs for us.
What do you mean, okay fight?
More than likely, it will not have split into multiple entities at this point, but considering it is a viscous goo of cosmic horror entity, there is, in fact, a chance that it could turn into multiple creatures to fight, perhaps between 3 and 7.
Oh, Mother Maria, it's breeding. We need to get up there. You know what? I need to get my steps in for the day. Let's take the stairs. We're going. Now, show us the way. Marie, quick.
And on that, she literally turns 180 and just goes. Like, it's like speed walking, but it's definitely the fastest speed walking you've ever seen.
Gay walking.
Yeah. Certainly gay walking. As she starts to lead you up flights of stairs. You go up the 3 that you just went down, plus another one to get to the main floor that you were on. And then you do probably 4 more before she stops. And you all see a pipe, like a purple pipe that runs along the length of this floor of catwalk. There's a burst. There was a place that bursted open on the side, and it seems like it's maybe got out that way.
Think we found it? Or where it came from, at least?
Okay, that's a start. I know we talked about getting our guns recharged. Will we have access to them now?
Yes, you do. So yes, you all got them back right before you came down in the pipes. So the 2 of you that brought a gun have a gun.
Yep.
It's gonna.
I also am still holding the sledgehammer.
Yep.
All right. On my lead, and I just push Deacon forward a little bit. I'm gonna enter the room like a SWAT operative, just this little retro gun ready.
Now, keep in mind, your gun has 1 shot in it. You miss, you have no gun.
I'm aware.
Just think about this being 8 Mile and you're Eminem, you know?
I'm Italian American. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm too white for that.
I think you're actually a part of the correct demographic, but that's completely different.
Arguably.
I am a perimenopausal woman. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
That's better.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, I'll just on the prompt, I'll just gonna go in with the sledgehammer clutched against me.
Wonderful.
I'm following.
Okay. Norma, you're in the back?
Of course, but I'll be taking point.
Wonderful. Taking point from the back. As you all go in, you all can kind of see pieces of pipe that are laying on the catwalk that very clearly came from the purple one to the side. And you start to look around and can kind of see a small bit of a trail left behind by this thing. It's just this black ooze that is kind of dripped down from its body and onto the catwalk. It's very splattered, very here and there, like it was jumping around a lot or something. But it does kind of lead you off straight down the catwalk.
Do we have fire or something? Right? Fire works really well against these kind of things, right?
Hey, we don't know if this facility has any, pre-2000s. This place could be made of asbestos for all we know. We're not going to break the fire out yet. But I do have some hairspray in my bag if we do.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Marie, when was this facility built?
Oh, this entire factory / office building was built exactly 363 years, 45 days, 16 hours, and 32 minutes ago.
You know what? I think that classifies as Stone Age. And I'm just gonna pull out the little travel size hairspray. Does anyone have a lighter?
I don't smoke.
Of course, I don't allow employees. I don't have a smoking area. Curse you, following industry standards. Wait, but I have the. But wait, no, that's only for making items appear. Would you also be interested in? Damn it.
I'll just keep on walking down the catwalk with
Spray in one hand, gun in the other.
Hell yeah. As you all keep following down, the kind of like drips and ooze are getting more and more significant, almost like this thing is melting or something, as it goes down further toward the other side. Mac, what are you doing in all this? Are you also following?
Yeah, absolutely.
So as you all make your way through and can kind of see, like I said, it's large and long, so it takes a couple minutes before you can get towards the end of the fourth-ish floor that you're on. Whether things were in the negative or the positive, numbers don't really matter. But the point is that as you get to sort of the end of it, you see this bit of ooze that is trying to break into another pipe up here to like keep going, but it's stuck.
Look, this is how Norma. You know when you see a spider or an insect somewhere and you don't have a cup, just like, I'm sorry, I have to kill you for the crime of being small, so you just spray it with whatever you have on hand. That's just her with the hairspray right now. She's just
before she does, I quick like grab my briefcase and just like hold it up as she like lunges forward.
It's okay. I'm studying it.
And it does, there are no visible eyes on this thing, but it does like stumble back like you've sprayed it in the face with something. And I will say that you stun it for a moment. I'll say that that's fair.
I'm gonna open the briefcase and kick it towards it.
You open the briefcase, kick it, and just as it is about to like reach the edge sort of that this thing is sitting on, it sucks up this cosmic entity ball and snaps your briefcase shut, and the weight is enough to keep the briefcase from sliding off the edge.
Walk over, delicately pick up the briefcase. Hey.
Wonderful. That must have been your clog.
Yeah.
It seems really small to clock up a whole store. Are you sure? Like, it didn't have. Does it have like a nest? Do we have to lay out like poison or something?
To be fair, you both caught half of it, and also to be fair, it can grow and expand at will, so it was probably just very large in its tank. If you would like to, though, we could lay out some poison.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get some mothballs. But, something. I guess it's like a slug. My husband, when he was a kid, this is the reason why he's my ex-husband. He used to lay out beer that he would steal from his father to kill slugs. Apparently, they love this stuff. Maybe if we just crack open a cold one, it'll die. Who knows?
Wait, is that a real thing?
Yes,
Beer?
it is. Mm-hmm.
And slugs?
Yeah, they'll drown in it.
Did not know.
You learn new things every day.
Mm-hmm.
Today you learn. All right, I understand. I know we're at a workplace right now. Would we be able to grab any kind of alcoholic product just to leave out as a trap, just to make sure that this doesn't happen again?
Sure, we do have a collection of alcoholic beverages that we do sell from people's memory.
Oh, right. You had to have some cases of Peepaw's moonshine. Let me see. Is there a fridge around here? We should go back to the break room.
It should be easy to send some down here. Either that or get me another beer. That is a very popular one. We have lots of cases of it. I'll escort you all back toward the elevator, and then we will see what we can get.
That is a great name for a beer, though. Get me
Yeah,
another.
That's
great.
That is.
Thank you. I did marketing in another lifetime, I swear. Now I do it for this job. I'm certainly not selling beer, so it's fine.
I'll just walk back and just sort of hand the sledgehammer back to Marie.
Oh, thank you. I keep this for emergency purposes. And she takes it out of your hand, looks down over the railing, sees that there is no one below you all, and just chucks it.
Is that OSHA compliant? Or
They're wearing hard helmets. They'll be fine.
It'll find its way back to where it belongs. And as you watch it fall, it takes like a very quick veer left, like it is headed back towards the tanks. It's very Mjolnir.
I was about to say, I think I've read that comic.
For one specific spot down by the tanks, because that sledgehammer knows where it belongs. If you all will follow me, we'll head back toward the elevator.
Okay.
Make sure briefcases and guns are in hand. Isaac probably won't be back for a while, but he'll come back eventually. And when he does, I'll send him up.
Okay.
God bless him. He'll get paid time off. He'll be fine.
Yeah. All right. And you all follow her back down the spiral stairs towards the elevator. And when you all are safely on the elevator, she will press a series of buttons and then steps back and waves goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. I'll have Reagan come up to check for wounds as the doors slowly shut. And the elevator does rush you back up towards the conference room that you all were just in not too long ago.
In that elevator ride, like right as we're going up and right before the doors open, just quiet elevator music, and then Deacon just very quietly goes, "Did 4 guys just come out of me?"
It always startles you the first time, sweetheart.
Yeah, and we technically have one inside of us still.
Yeah. Ding.
Ding, and the doors open, and that sort of glass case conference room is back in front of you. Reagan is already standing there at the door, and will open it for you and kind of hold it so you all can go back around the table. Hello, is anyone hurt? Or does anyone need assistance in some way?
No, I'm good.
Oh,
We're
got
fine.
this suit. We got a couple of suitcases full of goop that were causing clogs. I guess insurance. We have to get checked out.
Oh, yes, the cosmic horror entity that resides in the purple tank system. That helps weed out nightmarish memories and things like that. Sometimes they still get through and they make a bad product, but this way we can catch at least most of them. It does make sense now that that would be the cause of your problem. I am glad to hear that you've caught it. I'll take these suitcases from you and have them ushered away for cleaning. As she hits a button on the table, and that same dorky receptionist from downstairs comes back up, takes them from her, and immediately takes them away without another word.
Thank you.
Very welcome. I will go ahead and start medical assessments now. And she will start with Norma and starts to do all of her clearance checks where her eyes start to flicker and things. And she'll be out of it for a couple minutes while she does all of your checks.
Look, I'm just gonna be polite. Sometimes they do that.
Your eyes flicker randomly?
Well, you know what they say, autistic people, they have a hard time maintaining eye contact, and I'm just going to assume.
I adore that Norma just thinks everybody's autistic and not the robots or their AI or anything like that. She's like, no, autistic people just can't maintain eye contact. Just like, we can't, but like, that's not the point.
They all just love trains so much.
Yeah.
I should have brought a model train with me. They would have been thrilled about that. I would have been the talk of the office.
I'm sure there's a memory of one somewhere.
There's got to be. It's played on a loop in somebody's office. Just a model train memory. All right, Norma, you are good to go. It seems everything is fine. You maintain not a scratch while you were down there. Very lucky. And she'll move to Mac and start the same system all over again. You don't have to cough on me or put your hands up, but thank you, I suppose, for trying to be thorough. As she flicks through X-rays and CT scans and all these things that she's just doing to you as you stand here.
She's doing them to me.
She stops after a minute and just kind of stares at you and goes, "You are fine, Mac. There is no need to worry." And finally, we'll move down the line to the Deacon and starts scanning through things again. Are you feeling okay, Deacon?
I think so. Should I be wearing a lead vest if you're scanning me with X-rays?
No, no need to worry at all. I put off almost no radiation whatsoever.
Okay.
Advancements in technology, aren't they thrilling? As she just keeps going down the line. And eventually her eyes stop flickering. They're on a scan of some sort and haven't reverted back to normal. As she tilts her head to the side of it and goes, "You used an anomalous power that was not your own."
Um, I guess Marie had us take an injection, and then 4 guys came out of me and fixed the pipes.
Oh, I understand. The Isaac protocol. Yes. It is for emergency purposes, and this is the first and only time it has ever been used. We
There's an
technically have
Isaac protocol?
Yes, absolutely. It is for situations like this, when there is an anomalous entity trapped in the pipe room. We use Isaac because Isaac has full pipe security clearances outside of Marie, but Marie does not have as many anomalous abilities as Isaac. So Isaac becomes the emergency plan of sorts.
So Isaac knew about all of this already?
Isaac knew about the pipe room and that he is a anomalous protocol machine of sorts, but I don't necessarily know that he knew the outcome or side effects because none of us knew the outcome or side effects. We have never had to use this before.
So
He is really a machine at work.
Yes.
Okay.
And she is trying to input both of what both of you said at once.
Mhm. Okay. But yes, I didn't intend to do that, but apparently it happened. I'm sorry.
Oh, no need to apologize. The program is working as intended. I will need to observe you for a bit to make sure that nothing happens. As you are not the only one that got an injection, but it seems you are the only one who used your power downstairs in the pipe room. So we just need to make sure that nothing additional occurs.
Okay.
Like if more handsome Italian American men come out of him.
That is one possibility, yes. There are also possibilities like Deacon melts into a puddle, or perhaps Deacon explodes, or perhaps Deacon loses his sight. I don't really know.
Deacon doesn't want to do any of those things.
We will do our best to make sure that does not happen.
No, our interns don't get health insurance. I don't think whoever this Deacon is going to survive.
This is Deacon, is he not?
No, that's Davidito.
On my name tag.
Yeah, it says Cheryl.
That doesn't even start with a D.
Well, don't worry, Delilah. You'll be fine.
Now we're back to normal.
She just sort of looks at Norma and then looks at you. Do you have another name you would like to be called besides Deacon, or am I calling you the correct name?
I like Deacon.
Okay, we'll stick with Deacon then. Deacon, while you are under observation, I will probably be performing scans very often. If this makes you uncomfortable in any way, I can do them from behind you, so you don't have to stare at me while I do it. And it's more of a looking at the back of your head situation. You let me know what you are most comfortable with for your medical care, and we will make sure it is provided.
Somehow I feel like if you're standing behind me staring at me, it will make me more uncomfortable.
That is something we have gotten on feedback forms a lot. So don't worry, I'll stay in front of you like you like.
Okay. And he just stands there, just eye locked with Reagan. Just
Oh my god, they're all neurodivergent. Reagan, since we were exposed to this, do we also have to be under observation, or can we go back to our store? Because I do need to close up.
Oh, someone will close up in your stead. Don't worry, Norma. Everything is taken care of. Also, they have returned your shadows. I can now put those back on.
Oh, okay. Oh, are they gonna look at? Do you know the passwords for my computer, or?
There is a security system override. No need to worry. No one will know your passwords and no one will look at your personal information that is on your computer. It is only to access closing regulations and opening regulations.
Oh, thank God.
All of those emails between you and your ex-husband are private. We promise.
Don't even get me started about he's a divorce attorney.
That's bad.
He was really rough. She's one of the top 5 in the area.
As you're saying all of this, Reagan is like digging through her medical bag and laying out a bunch of things, some sharper than others, as the table just sort of fills. Water glasses come up out of the table that are now full, that are identical to the ones you all had earlier. So everyone has water. And then that strange receptionist little man comes back up without your suitcases this time. And we'll lay a bunch of snacks out and stuff on the table. And he sort of goes, if you all need anything, the button in the middle, you can just press it. Reagan's probably going to be busy running scans for a while, and then just looks at Deacon and mouths, "I'm so sorry," and then just leaves.
why?
So
Looks to the other two and looks down at all the implements of destruction on the table and back to the other two.
so are we done? Did we do everything we needed to get done?
I guess, yeah. The store's unblocked, but, I really don't feel like filling out insurance forms, so they're probably just going to say, oh, you're temporary agents, and send us right back, and then we forget about all this, okay? Now we just got to spend some time. And really, there's no one else I'd rather spend time with you and, Alia. Sorry, you are so new. Names and faces, I'll get better at them, I swear.
Well, I know that on the schedule you're scheduled to work on Friday, but maybe after Friday you and I can go grab dinner at an Italian place, since you seem to like that so much.
It's gotta be family owned, but sounds like you're making a proposal, mister. We'll have to consider it once we're out of this room.
Just a thought. Just
Just in the air.
Yeah, think about it.
Deacon is tunnel visioned on Reagan right now.
Just trying to keep this. I was like, she's doing like the tee and flipping her hair and patting her eyelashes. Say, Reagan, do you know about our friend Isaac? Is Isaac still in the pipes? When is Isaac coming back to us?
The scans and stuff that have been flicking over her eyes as she stares at Deacon stop momentarily, and she'll look over at Norma and go, Isaac could be back from the pipes as soon as right now, and as late as never. Or any time in between. Unclear.
That is incredibly unhelpful.
Yeah, those are drastically different times.
No, yeah, that sounds like something at the yearly meetings they give us.
Well, we have never had to use the Isaac protocol before today. And now that we have used it, we are learning new things, such as Deacon having odd side effects. Nothing to be too concerned over, though, as she goes back to scanning and does not elaborate on what the side effects are. It just will keep going. Every once in a while, she picks up like a sticky pad or something that's on the table and will write something. And eventually, as she scans through for like the fourth time, she takes a pad of those stickers that they put on you at the hospital that have the snappy things on them, and we'll just start putting them all over Deacon's face, and then we'll snap a couple of things to it.
Norma's on her phone and is showing Mac pictures of her cats who are anomalous. He's Melfigor, he's about 3 months old. We found him in the store. He was eating, got pressed, and it's just this horrible skin infant, just demonic, big eared creature. And then here's Josie, and it's just a gray cat with no back legs and just a black hole in the back of her body. Loves cheese. Oh, that reminds me, I need to call the cat sitter. I'm probably not going to be home tonight in time to feed them. Reagan, can we take calls in here?
Sure, Norma, you can take any calls in here you'd like. They might be recorded and or scanned for against company activity, but it is fine to take calls in here. That is good.
All right, I'm going to call my cat sitter.
I love that. You call your cat sitter. She picks up on like the second ring, and just goes, "Hey, Norma, what's up?"
Oh, hi, Nancy. How you doing? So, would you be interested in making an extra $20 tonight?
Oh, sure. You need me to stay a little longer? Work going well?
It sure is going. Let me tell you what. I may be gone for an extended period. Hunky, just make sure that the cats have water and food, and that the litter box is cleaned out. I would be eternally grateful. I'll even throw in a Wawa card for you.
Oh, of course. Anything for you, Norma. I'll also go ahead and I'll order myself a pizza, and then I'll just order the same kind you like. I'll order a second one so you have dinner when you get home.
Oh, bless your heart. Oh, woman after my own heart. Make sure you get extra sausage. It's been a day.
I absolutely will. Don't you worry about it, Norma. You say hi to that pretty boy Mac you keep talking about for me.
All right, I will. Oh, I'm going to have so much to tell you when I get back. Toodles.
Toodles, Norma. The cats are good, by the way.
You just hear a demonic scream in
Yeah.
the background. It's like she opens up a case.
It's like as soon as the cat boots open, they just scream for their lives. But she's good. She's used to it. Nancy's fine. As you go back to this, after like what seems like maybe 20 minutes of just over and over and over again scans from Reagan, she'll finally take all the stickers off of your face, Deacon, and go, aside from a brief stint of heterochromia, some rashes along your face that seem to clear up fairly quickly, a external heartbeat that was a little hard to pin down, but it seems like it was coming from maybe like the notebook that you carry around. It seems like you've maybe tied yourself to it in some way. That's probably okay. And a little bit of sort of a fogginess in your mind. You probably didn't even notice, but I certainly did. Everything seems to be fine.
He has
All that happened-
homophobia?
No.
Thought we covered that in work.
Heterochromia, Norma.
Oh, You know what they say? Keep them down.
What?
I don't know what I do at this table or what I don't know.
Neither do I.
Make shit up for 2 hours, everybody. I don't do anything else. Who knows? Everything's fine. Okay, back up in the seat we go. Will that be all for you all for now?
Yes.
Are we gonna wait here until we get Issac back?
Maybe. Actually, more than likely what will happen is I will get you all to the factory floor, and then Isaac will more than likely meet you there. Maybe.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much for your help, Reagan. I'll let your manager know how helpful and useful and, well, you had such great bedside manner.
Happy to help as always, Norma. If you all will follow me, we will take a brief detour to pick up your suitcases, and then we will head to the factory floor.
All right, hopefully they'll get turned into another batch of grandma's soup. We've been running low on that.
And you all can get up, follow Reagan back out of the room. She gets back on the elevator, types in a series of numbers, and this time, instead of going up or down, the elevator takes you left. And you all go left for a few minutes before the doors open again, and you all walk directly into a lab sort of situation. All is white ink or clear glass, like painted, decorated, whatever have you. Some like steel here and there, but like it's mostly white tables, white walls, white ceilings. Very sterile environment. And you can see back behind some glass, a couple of people in white lab coats are handling the briefcases that you all turned over earlier. And as one opens the case, the entity that you all caught fires itself out of the suitcase and up against the glass and sort of splatters as something is then like an automatic robot squeegees it back off and cleans the glass, automatically kind of scooping up the remnants. The other one will do the same and open the briefcase, but this time it doesn't want to get out and is like clinging to the top of it. So they have to scrape off the entity, and they do throw it into this sort of bin looking thing. You would swear that it's a normal trash can, except that a fire comes out of it immediately when those things are dropped in. But wherever the essence of it goes, it seems to like glow in this sort of pipe that must be under the floor, because you can see a faint glow beneath the tile as whatever it is rushed off to somewhere else. Your briefcases are cleaned and closed back up, and then put on the counter for you all to retrieve.
Does this fall under like the ethical treatment of animals at all? That seemed really violent there with the fire, but thank you so much for the suitcases.
No problem. These are not considered animals, so we have no worry on that. They're a secret 7th category of thing.
Oh, okay. So long as they're not feeling pain, my ex-husband, soon to be ex, kosher, everything.
Yes, ma'am. No pain felt at all. Hope you all are ready for your new clean briefcases, as she like will take them off the counter and hand one to each of you.
Does mine still have cheetah print and the bright red lining?
It does.
The lipstick of my Valentino bag?
Yep. Sure
Mac,
does.
Mac looks at it and he goes, wait, I thought this was just a gift for becoming a new employee. I didn't realize that this was something I was supposed to.
It's in the handbook.
Wait, did you read the handbook?
Elaine's just over eager.
I've been reading the handbook for the last several hours.
I didn't think anyone ever read the handbook to any job.
Nobody gave it to me, and then suddenly we had a code black, and I had it, and so I thought I had to read it.
I mean, smart move. I just never did.
Does that mean that you need a briefcase?
Do I need a briefcase?
Yes, he needs a briefcase.
Yes, I need a briefcase.
Noted. I believe we may only have some of our older models available at the moment, but let me check. As Reagan will kind of go over to the side of the lab, open this closet door, and you can see lines and lines, like shelves, of these briefcases, but they don't look quite like Norma's or Deacon's.
Zipper side.
Yeah, like Norma has obviously decorated her, so that's not like a huge shock. But Deacon's looks like a just latch unlatched or a sort of briefcase. Open it up. These are all like a little bit older school. They do all have zippers. They have pockets on the front. They're more like leather based
Mm-hmm.
and a bit smaller.
I know what you're talking about.
She'll take one off of the shelf, kind of dust it off, and you see dust fly everywhere. No one has touched these things in a very long time. And she'll turn back around and go to hand it to you. Here you go, Mac. Here is your very own briefcase.
Cool.
Do you
That's
also
very modern.
a ripple gun?
Oh no, I'm good. Thank you. I don't like guns.
Isaac gave me mine.
Okay. Well, if you change your mind at any point, I'm sure Isaac will be able to also give you a gun.
Okay.
Okay. All right, everyone follow me. Thank you, laboratory. And everybody says thank you back to her as you all walk back into the elevator. She pushes another series of buttons. And now you're kind of down and to the right on the diagonal on a sort of drive through. And after about 25 seconds, the doors will open up and you instead can see a factory floor.
Why does the specific amount of time worry me that you
I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah, it feels like, we're on the factory floor. There's a timer.
What does the factory floor look like?
You all, when you walk in here, it looks like an odd combination of like very nice, well done mansion, for lack of a better term. Like there are like checkered tile floors, very, nice fancy wallpaper that's like green with gold detailing on it, like dark wood banisters and things, stairs down from the elevator to the floor. And then there are like assembly lines and things that look very nice, look fancy, but are based in very old technology, like very old conveyor belts. Everything is seemingly made by hand. Like employees are lined up at all of these conveyor belts.
You know what I'm talking about, like the Hugby videos where it's all like the factory, like how it's really made and just going down. Oh my god.
Yes. If you've ever seen how it's made on the Food Network, that is what I'd like you to picture, but in like a very, 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 very rich factory that looks very fancy.
Oh. They keep it clean too.
It is. It's pristine. And every single person that is touching an anomalous object as they're helping build it all have gloves on, whether that is for the cleanliness of the product or to make sure that the anomalous object does not affect them. Maybe both. Kind of unclear. But it's all very well put together. They each even have like these little visors on that they can kind of look through as to not look at anything directly. It's all very sterile and very clean and very put together, for lack of a better way to put it. Each one sits at the end of a line. They kind of like end in a tower as you see the end of the conveyor belts, and that tower lists out what the object is, what it's made out of, and the percentage of memory that they have left to make that type of item.
Well, at least they use some PPE. Back in the day, people used to get clown's lung from inhaling too much powder in factories.
What was it called? Clown's lung.
Well, you see, and with makeup, in particular, it's because you would use white powder on your face, and then it would breathe in your lungs. And because you used it so much, eventually it was like breathing. A lot of people call it clown lung, roofer's lung. Clown lung just makes it sound funny, like a joke. I appreciate that more than thinking about some poor roofer who spent his entire life just wasting away because of asbestos in his lungs.
Yes.
You all are ready for this part of the correction? Yes?
Absolutely. Let's see the demonstration.
Wonderful. As Reagan will walk down with you and kind of bob and weave in between assembly lines, you notice that some of them move a little quicker than others. Things that are very simple to make can move very fast. Other things that are a little more complicated maybe have more people sitting around them, but also move quite slow. Things like that. The person at the end of the line packages up the item and packs it away in a box that sits at the end. And eventually someone will come grab the box and move it and replace it with an empty one. And they sit like this for a while. They don't seem to look up or look away from what they're doing. They don't speak. They don't acknowledge your presence in any way. It is all very just mundane, very eyes on what you're doing sort of thing. They don't seem to even have the ability to get distracted.
That's some really good productivity. How do you get this kind of environment?
The visors help block out anything extra that they might see, including you and me. They have no idea that we are here. They cannot hear us. They cannot see us. And they cannot find any reason to look up. Honestly, not until the bell tolls, anyway. And she kind of points up, and there's a very large clock on the wall that has a bell over top of it that she sort of implies will ding at the end of shifts. So people are like knocked out of the haze that these visors put them in.
As from where we're standing, can we see what's being processed? Do we have to apply anything, or can we just look?
No, yeah, you all can just look, it seems. You're not touching anything directly. You're even looking at it from a couple feet away, but this is right next to their faces. So they're pretty locked in on what's going on in front of them. Can't seem to make they can't seem to differentiate reality from whatever this anomalous object does unless they have the visor on, but that blocks out everything else.
Interesting. So is this going to our store perchance? I would love to know in advance, so we can prepare an advertising line.
Some of it will probably be going to your store. There are many echoes, and we do produce for all of them. But there is more than likely a chance that some of this will go to you now that the clog is mostly fixed. The main assembly line for your echo in particular, though, is probably still being cleaned out. And she kind of ushers over to one assembly line that doesn't have people sitting at it, but does have the large opening for parts to come through and things. And there are a couple of workers seemingly scrubbing it out.
Well, that's good. I thought I was going to have someone mop the floors after all, but shadows, they just leave residue everywhere.
Oh, no, everything should be fine. And as she says that, there is a blaring alarm that is coming from the assembly line that is being cleaned currently. So it is your all's assembly line, the main one for your store.
Okay.
Oh, it seems the assembly line has not assimilated well to the changes you all made in the pipe room.
How do you mean not well?
And before she can even answer you, one of the workers that is cleaning it screams. There is blood splattered on the floor, unsure whose. And then the conveyor belt turns itself on and is spitting objects down it. There are mirrors, there are frames, there are soup cans, there are ropes. They're like literally anything that you all have ever sold. It's starting to spit them all out at a very high velocity, and some of them
Uh-oh.
covered in black sludge. And while we are ending a little early tonight because RJ is not here, I would not want you all to take on this next part with 3 people.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
Yeah, this
say,
goop.
yeah,
That's understandable.
and all of the anomalous objects that are being spit out at a high rate, and someone's blood is on the floor. There's just
Totally
gonna
fine.
be a lot going on. So
Totally
I'm
fine.
gonna say that we'll save this next part for next week when we can have all 4 of our players together again. And so in the meantime, tell people where they can find you. We go in reverse order, which means it's Zach's turn.
Hi, my name is Zachary Vaudo. You can find me all over the internet at SneakerNet or SneakerNet Music. I make music for tabletop games and just for your general enjoyment of everything. Things that I have been doing, not a lot lately. Last month I did a whole bunch of stuff on Hack Recklessly. You could go check that out on their channel. I did a game of the Valley over on Hilarity Saves RPG, and I did a game of Eat the Reich on the Bad Ideas. That's what happened most recently. I'll have something to announce next week, I believe. We'll get there when we get there. But I've been waiting to announce this for quite some time, and I'm very excited for it. So tune in next week for that. Until then, just follow me online to see where I wind up. I will be wherever tabletop games are played. Abby.
Yep, I'm Abby. I'm your local internet nerd. You can find me anywhere on the internet at Enough of Abby, where I'm doing cultural consultations, I'm doing sensitivity readings, but more importantly, I'm playing amazing games with amazing folks, just like this. If you want to see more things that I'm involved in, I highly recommend checking out the Rat City series by Game Master Monday. We just received a lovely review by Abigail the Nerd, and if you're a big fan of Vampire the Masquerade, we will be returning with a charity stream involving most of the cast of Rat City. So if you want to see a thin blood rat, her name is Peachy and she does her own little news source, I highly recommend checking out Game Master Monday in September. But enough about me. I'm going to throw it over to Jake.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jake, and I run another channel called Alt Haven, where we play TTRPGs as well. Right now, we are going through Outgunned. We will probably come back to a little bit of Bloomtide, but I think we're leaning towards bringing something new to the world coming up soon. So stick around for that. But right now, Quake is already very, very fun. I love subjecting Sam DeLev to horror themed genre, even though they absolutely hate horror, and I'm like, it's not that bad. I promise you, it's not that bad. But we have a good time. And then that's it. Find me on social media at DM Jake on Blue Sky. It's really all I am at. Yeah, and back to you, Mal.
Hi, I'm Mallory. I have played everyone and everything else tonight, but normally you can find me here. I'm here every week for Triangle Agency, and otherwise you can actually catch me and Abby together in a game coming up very soon somewhere else. Abby and I are half of the table of Issa, which is going to be a Dragonbane game over on Folk and Myth, and that premieres on August 17th. We've both made some pretty cool characters, if I do say so myself, and that's going to be every other week. So on the weeks that we're not doing that, you'll be able to find me over on Danny's channel, CG Danny B. We're going to start our date night streams back up that we used to do because Danny's also in that game with us. So we were like, we'll have the Monday slot open. Why don't we just go back to date night streams? So we're going to start doing that. And I think I'm allowed to say the other one because it technically premieres before Issa does. I'm also going to be on another folk and myth show called Asphyx, which is a cult game. And I'm very, very excited to finally get to play cult. So that'll be on Fridays, every other Friday. I think that one's just 2 episodes. But then we'll be in Issa for quite a bit. We're going to be doing it for a few months. So feel free to check us out over there. And then I just got back from Gen Con, so I'm recovering in every way, shape, and form. I'm exhausted, but the panels were very fun. If you were there and you won one of our games and I was your like date for the night or whatever, glad you liked it. And our live show is very fun too. Those will be out, or at least I know the live show will at some point be put on Pocket Dragon Pub. I'm unsure about the panel, but if you get the chance to watch them, it'd mean the world to us if you did. And otherwise, I'm just doing game design stuff. I've signed some stuff that says I'm not allowed to say what games they are yet because they haven't been formally announced by the publisher, but that's okay. They will be eventually, and then I'll tell you all about it. In the meantime, you know the drill. Love yourself, take care of each other, go have a super magical night, and we'll see you next week with RJ here so we can go figure out what's happening with the assembly line. See y'all later. Bye-bye.
Focus, girl.